Hello. So I'm back here with a DE underscore throwback. One thing I just gotta say real quick. I fucking tried to record this. I'm having a hard time today with focusing, but I'm gonna try again. I just talked for like 20 minutes just to, you know, turn it off because I felt like I just kind of was going around in circles. I feel like I always do that, but I'm playing MW2. Talk about scraping the bottom of the barrel, by the way. Wow, am I copying Woody's at Gamertag and Schlatt at this point? I mean, I'm literally playing the game that they always play. Or I think it was more like Modern Warfare 1 for Schlatt and Black Ops for Woody. But aside from that, I wanna say real quick, go follow my Instagram. I hate feeling like I'm taking myself professionally or anything because this isn't a professional thing. This is a hobby. If it turns into a profession, that would be amazing. That's like my dream. But as of right now, 200 subscribers, definitely don't see that happening. But if you do want to, feel like you're more of a part of what's going on and you want to know what's happening, when it's happening, etc., etc., definitely go and follow my Instagram so you can get some type of a clue as to when I'm going to be posting and doing stuff. Um, Streaming for the next 2 weeks is going to be primarily just mornings on Tuesday and Thursday because my work has decided to give me the worst possible schedules. The worst. I mean, it's god awful. I'm working close every single day. I won't be getting out until 11. So that's a lot of fun. I'm very excited for that. No, I'm not. That's a fucking lie. Don't believe me. I'm lying to you. I have no care for your interests. And then the last thing I want to say is I'm going to be making a playlist of all my YouTube videos because I want to make a video on Breath of the Wild here soon because that game was very awesome and helped me a lot this year. And even though I know probably thousands of people have already made videos on it, like, Breath of the Wild saved my life, and honestly, it kind of sucked and stroked my cock too. Licked my taters up and down. It's just a great game. But I want to make a video because fuck you, I don't give a shit. Um, Anyways, on to the topic of the video is I want to talk about accomplishment, feeling accomplished while working, whatever job you're working, whether it be a career job or just some shitty job you're working because you need to pay rent or your parents want to make you get a job or you're a stay-at-home mom or dad and you just need a side gig because all the kids are out or some shit. I don't fucking know. But I just want to talk about it because it seems like I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm young and naive and I'm saying the wrong thing, but it feels like a lot of the reason why people hate their jobs and careers as they get older is because they have this idea that they're always going to feel accomplished. They never really think. I thought that guy was a fucking a mannequin. I thought that was a guy. But they never really consider the accomplishment aspect of it, and I haven't either, really. I've struggled with that, and I've never really thought about it. Nobody's ever told me about it. Like, oh yeah, they tell you like, oh, like you're gonna hate working, like make sure you pick a good career, that type of stuff. But they never get down in the roots of it as to why you might hate this. Um, we fucking lost, by the way. But I've worked a ton of jobs in the last 3 years. I have worked lifeguarding, fast food, delivery driving, I even stocked food at a hospital at one point and at a factory. And now I'm in retail. And I don't want to talk about how much I hate my job too much because I've already done that to death. Um, but I have to say, like, feeling accomplished at this job is super hard because you'll work your ass off for like 6 fucking hours, for like 6 hours doing like sweeping and putting stuff back up to shelf and doing exactly what they say. They'll tell you to do something and then 20 minutes later come back, grab you by the scruff of your neck like you're a damn cat, drag you across the fucking department and say, no, you do this now. Don't worry about that until later. Then pick that back up. It's like, dude, just let me get my shit done. And then you'll be walking around and just get pulled by everybody. And I've worked a lot of jobs, like I said, and I've never gotten as angry as I do at this job. I've gotten angry at other jobs. That's just because the work was grueling. It was either like grueling because it was too boring, or it was like super like manual and physical, and kind of tore my body down a little bit, or both. But this job, like, it's different. It really genuinely pisses me off, and I'm leaving it as soon as possible. Sorry if any of my coworkers ever watch this. Fuck that place. Fuck that place. It's awful. It's god awful. I don't understand how anybody can ever like retail. Like, you must have sold your soul to the devil and gotten a box of fucking chocolates or some shit, because it is genuinely awful. But feeling accomplished there is awful because, like, you just cannot. You cannot. There's some feeling accomplished there is something you can't do. And then there's probably a good amount of people that either are experiencing or have experienced and fixed it or never fixed it. The same thing I'm talking about. And they're either, one of two responses is, dude, I completely agree with you, this is bars, or, oh, you're just being a little baby, it's not that bad. Dude, suck my fucking ass, you bitch. Or wham, cry about it. Like I don't care if you can endure quote unquote pain. Everybody can fucking do it. You're not a special sunflower just because, oh, working retail isn't too hard for you. Also, fuck that guy for camping. I'm gonna get his ass. You're not a special snowflake just because you can handle working retail a couple hours later than a couple other people can. And if you're one of those people that can and you're understanding about it, I love you. I actually have a coworker. He's like that, and he is super understanding about all of it. And I actually, like, super appreciate him. Basically, the next little point I want to talk about is how bosses, they never, like, want you to leave. And I understand that. You want your workers to stay and work or whatever. Like, I get that. But, like, why are you going to get mad at me whenever it's my time to leave? Like, it's my scheduled time or near it. And I'm like, hey, I want to go home. Like, how are you going to be like, okay, sure, go home. Like, fuck you, dude. I want to go fucking home. I want to go home. Like, this isn't, my aspiration isn't to work in your shop. Like, whether like, if it's a small business, I understand. If it's a small business, I kind of understand. Because, it's a little bit more like, oh, yeah, you're working hard on it. This is, like, your blood, sweat, and tears. I get it. But, like, whenever you're working for a huge multi-million-dollar corporation that literally doesn't give a shit about you or the smaller people that work underneath you, like obviously you should try and you should work hard. I'm not preaching anti-work ethic. I think that more people should work harder than they do. I think a lot of people are big babies nowadays about work, and they don't want to do hard work and honestly grow up sometime. Which, I mean, you could turn on me and be like, oh, you need to work hard. Like, you're complaining about retail. Which, yeah, that's a fair point. That's honestly a really fair point. But, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Like, there's always going to be work to be done. There's always going to be work to be done. There's always going to be something to do. And as long as you're getting, either the majority or all of the stuff that you need to be getting done, I see no problem with asking to go home early or, asking for a raise or any of this stuff. Like, I see no problem in it. Like, people work hard, people want to go home. Their aspiration usually isn't to work unless they found something they genuinely love, and so it's a boss's desire is to stay there and get stuff done because that's their aspiration. They went up higher in that workforce. But whenever it's something like retail or fast food and you have teenagers or 20-year-olds working for you, that obviously that's not where they're going to stay for the rest of their life. Don't make them stay too late because there's no fucking point. There literally is no point in doing, like, all you're doing is pissing them off, for one. And that makes them not want to work for you. I'll just say that right now. And maybe that has something to do with younger people like myself, kind of getting a little petty and saying, well, fuck you, I'm not going to work hard if you're not going to appreciate it, which I think a lot of people do in general. I think that's an okay thing to think. Because if you're working your ass off and they're not appreciating it, then fucking leave, dude. Like, there's no point. Like, it's not fulfilling you, then leave. Like, you need to be happy. But if we were to stay until 6 a.m. from 10 p.m., literally like 8 hours, we wouldn't get all the stuff done that needs to be done. There would still be stuff that needs to get done. Like, it just wouldn't happen. As you can try as hard as you want, it'll never happen. You'll never get everything done unless you stay there for like 3 days straight. And that's not possible. It's actually not possible. I understand striving for greatness and all that, but like, at a point you need to be able to, it's like a book. You don't want to finish a book every fucking time you open it or open one. You don't want to do that. Maybe you do. I don't want to, and I know plenty of people that wouldn't want to either. And I think this analogy works very great. So suck my ass. But I think that you need to be able to start a book, get like a decent chunk of it done and read, and then say, okay, that's it. Like I'm gonna put the book down. This is a good place to stop. We got a good ending, a good conclusion. This is like that's it. Like I'm not gonna keep pushing it because there's no reason to. I think that's an okay thing to like to stand by with work as well. Is just like, you know, I've gone far enough. I've done more than I needed to. It's maybe a little early, but like I said, I did more than I needed to. Like I've gotten the job done. I can go home now. You know, I'm not leaving 3 hours early. I'm leaving like 30 to 40 minutes early. And honestly, that's not even that big of a deal. But I guess where I can kind of segue with that is that, you know, they never want to incentivize hard work. You know, like managers in general, management in general, wherever you go, management is gonna suck. It doesn't matter if you're working at the fucking Stop and Shop, Quick Mart, gas station down the road, or you're working at fucking Toyota. You're working at some big factory, like multi-billion-dollar factory. It doesn't matter. The management is always going to want to screw you over and not incentivize your hard work. They add stupid rules that don't need to be there just to make them look better, and so they can, you know, have an easier day, an easier time sleeping. They can go home on time. You know, these people aren't in the dirt working with you. They're collecting their paycheck mainly from working at home, maybe driving to a store location once every day or two. But aside from that, they're not doing a whole lot. They give you no steady raises. Other places do, like Toyota. But no steady raises. No, you can head home early. Maybe a good job, boys. You did good. Which can only go so far. And it applies to more than my job. It applies to a lot of shit. Not just jobs in general. It's low views on YouTube, or 0 viewers on a Twitch stream, or nobody decides to play something that you've been wanting to play for a while. It can be a whole slew of things that it applies to. And I guess I don't know really where else to go with that. I guess just that, you know, whenever it comes to feeling accomplished at work, know damn well that, like, obviously you need to be working hard and you need to be striving to make your managers and the management happy, but with that comes your own happiness. You need to keep in mind what makes you happy. Don't go on no hippie bullshit saying like, oh, I need to go on an acid trip and correct my aura. But don't go on some dumb shit like, I'm going to work my ass off regardless of whether they appreciate it or not. No, if you're making $12 an hour, stop. You know, if you're making 15 to 18, I can understand a little more. And if you're making way more than that and you have a family to feed, that's completely understandable. But if you're making like 10, $12 an hour, stop. Stop and realize, look at your surroundings and realize exactly what you're doing. And move on. Move on. It's completely fine to move on in those scenarios. I guess as far as all that goes, other than jobs, whenever it comes to feeling accomplished, just always work your hardest. You know, that's kind of like what I do with this YouTube stuff. So I always try to work my hardest. Like with these throwback videos, I always try to find some type of ground where I can kind of focus a little more. I turn the sound down. I really try my hardest to focus. It's tough. It's really tough. I'm not gonna go like, you know, self-diagnosing myself or I have this disease, blah blah blah. You know, it's hard for me to focus. It is genuinely hard for me to focus, and I try my hardest. And the one thing I tell myself, even though not a lot of people watch these videos and they don't get a whole lot of comments and not a whole lot of interaction is seen, I still tell myself, like, it doesn't matter. Like, this is something I'm proud of. This is something I'm happy with. It didn't take me, 12 hours to make. I just fucking got behind a microphone, started playing some old game, and then started talking about stuff that I cared about. And as far as all that goes, just make sure to always try to strive to feel accomplished and feel fulfilled by anything you do in life. You need to satiate that hunger, that lust for, drive. I don't know. I'm kind of just spitting out words and hoping they make sense at this point. I just fucking killed myself. But real quick, I just want to do a little shameless plug. My girlfriend, right now, as of recording, has made a YouTube channel. She's gonna try and upload some stuff, kind of like you know, these unedited, you know, raw kind of videos where she's playing games. So if you like those types of videos, go ahead and go subscribe to her. I'll drop her channel link in the description below. If I don't, it's Saint Catherine. Look it up on Instagram. You'll find it real quick. But aside from all that, just look out for the new videos coming out this week. I'm really excited for the ones I'm going to be releasing. Sorry I missed Friday, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day.